recorded then. And you guys are the lucky ones. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get started then. All right, well, I am Alicia Lockwood, and I am the creator of OilyMum.com. I just wanted to go over a little bit about the essential 101s for toddlers and young kiddos, being that I have one of each, a 2-year-old and a 10-year-old. So I just wanted to give a little short tidbit of, I'm not going to keep you guys all night, so I know everyone wants to relax and enjoy their downtime. So just real quick why I use Young Living and how I came across them. It was my friend Lauren who posted on Facebook about Thieves oil and her children having the stomach flu, and that it helped, you know, cure the viruses and kept her and her husband from getting it. And so it immediately intrigued me, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this oil that she's talking about? I've heard of oils in the past, but not really, you know, have gotten into it. So I was really excited to learn, and then I started all this research, and as my friends call me, the research queen, I will spend hours and hours and hours just looking things up and Googling and researching and looking scientific methods and things like that. So so I came across that post and I saw the word Thieves, and I started looking it up, and I was intrigued to find that Young Living had this blend named Thieves, and that's all she wrote. I was ready and I was willing to invest in this quote-unquote oil. I was excited. And after all my research I did of all the different oil companies, I found that Young Living was the only oil company that did own their own farms. And as you all know, I'm sure, they do have the seed still process, so you know what you're getting is 100% legit and 100% pure, where they monitor everything from them putting the seeds into the ground to them being distilled and packaged to come into your home. They check the oils twice. They treat their own farms with their own oils as insecticides, so there's no pesticides, there's no chemical residue, nothing. So yeah, that's what made me really excited about choosing Young Living compared to the other oil companies I researched. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my my disclaimer. As we all know, I have to put it out there. I'm going to read it off my paper. The information contained on this video is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. This information represents what I, an independent distributor of Young Living essential oils, have chosen to do to take charge of my own personal health and that of my family. Statements on this or any future website or blog or post have not been evaluated by the FDA. Products on this blog are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, consult your physician before using these products. Information found on this video and on my site is meant for educational and informational purposes only, and to motivate you to make your own health care and dietary decisions based upon your own research and in partnership with your health care provider. It should not be relied upon to determine dietary changes, medical diagnosis, or courses of treatment. And I cannot promise personal results. Ta-da! Now that that's out of the way, I wanted to give you a little bit of my research. I have this Gentle Babies book, which is amazing for pregnancy into babies and toddlers and kiddos. And then my other reference is my Essential Oils Pocket Reference book, which is a must-have for oil users for Young Living. Okay, so real quick, what are essential oils? In short version, they're the liquid that make up the quote-unquote, as someone likes to say, the immune system of the plant. The liquids are then distracted by steam, distillation, or cold pressing of the plant. And these molecules of this oil are made up of such tiny little fragments that they actually go into the cells in our body and actually treat the main cause of the dysfunction of the cell. They are detoxifying, they are oxygenating, and this is important because these cells, when your cells in your body lack oxygen, that's when diseases manifest. So that's why, you know, it's good for these cells to get all the oxygen. That's what these oils do. Real quick, the safety on the uses. If you want to know how to use them, there are 4 ways, really. The first being, which I use a lot with, the kiddos and myself actually too, is using the inhalation method straight from either the cup of my hand or straight from the bottle. Sometimes when my 2-year-old's throwing a temper tantrum, I'll throw in a mix of lavender on my hand, and I'm like, breathe it, and he'll go, okay, and then it'll help him calm down and ease his anxiety. The other way is diffusing. As you see here, I have my diffuser going with my Thieves to try and help my cold that I'm fighting. So you can distill it, you can, diffuse it. You can put the diffuser in your child's room. Let's say like 30 minutes before their bed, you can put some lavender in it and try and get them calmed down and to relax them. And also, if you have the nasty diaper pail smells, you can diffuse some purification in the bedroom of the child where you're changing the diapers, and it'll help. Not only doesn't mask the odors, it actually cleanses the air. The third way is internally. Now, Young Living suggests only ages 9 and older can take these oils internally. I myself, I have not given my son, my 10-year-old, any oils internally. That's a personal choice of mine, and I, once again, be your own advocate of doing, what you feel is best for your family. And then topically, which is the easiest and the best way, in my opinion, to apply to toddlers and younger children. There is some VitaFlex points on your feet. Your feet contain the largest pores. I'm going to show you a picture of the VitaFlex points. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to show you a picture of the VitaFlex points. Okay, well, you can Google it, look it up. Look up the children VitaFlex points. It shows you different, their feet are a little bit smaller than ours, so they have their, oh, 1 second. Got a new member. Okay. Their feet have different little flex points, because they're smaller, evidently. So, now, I'm sure you've all heard of us talking about the premium starter kit. Why the premium starter kit? Because it is, first of all, the best bang for your buck. You get over almost $300 worth of the oils and the diffuser and samples, and oh my gosh, it's just like the best way to get your foot into the door of the oily world, as I like to call it. And once you find out how obsessed you are with it and how in love you are with them, then you can order more. But for starts, the premium starter kit's the best bet. Okay, so now I'm just going to go over the oils that are in the premium starter kit to help with the toddlers and children. I figured that'd probably be the easiest way to go through them. Okay, and I have a brand new starter kit right in tucked. Ta-da! Oh, such a pretty sight. So I'm going to start with the lavender. Now, lavender is, of course, the most gentle, most versatile oil that, in my opinion, personally, Young Living has. It can be used for everything. Actually, Young Living posted on their blog that it is the Swiss Army knife of the oils, because if you are ever in doubt, all you do is use lavender. I promise. You can use it on the children's cuts. You can use it neat. You can use it diluted. You can use it on bruises. Let's say your 2-year-old falls off the couch and gets a goose egg. Excuse me. You can use it immediately, put it on their forehead. One little dot. Sorry, choking. You can use it on that goose egg every couple hours or so, the next morning, that night. You can use it on rashes. Excuse me. You can use it, actually where I have it right now, is I have it on the bridge of my nose for my sniffles. You can also use it on the children's bridge of their nose. I put it on my 2-year-old's nose just neat. I put one little drop in the palm of my hand and then take my fingertip and smear it in like this and literally just swipe it down the bridge of their nose. A little bit under the eyes and down around the ears. That should help with these sniffles. Excuse me. You can also use it for your children. If your children teeth grind at night, apply a little bit of oil, maybe dilute it to be able to spread it out a little more along their jawline. And it should help relax their jaw muscles and, prevent them from grinding their teeth. You can use it on cradle cap. Cradle cap, just mix it with some coconut oil or olive oil, whatever carrier oil you'd like to use, and rub it in. You can also put it on like the comb of a brush in your child's hair and brush it through their hair on that comb. You can use it for, let's say your child has a clogged tear duct or redness around the eye. You can take the lavender and apply it around the eye and around the bridge of your child's head for redness and irritation, if you catch my drift of what I'm speaking of, without actually medically saying it. You can get rid of that redness and that irritation by putting it along the bones of your child's eye. And we all know that yucky redness, irritation eye goes around preschools and schools like wildfire. You can also diffuse it. And the diffuser for your children's allergies, which is what a lot of parents do, you just mix the lavender, the lemon, and then the peppermint and diffuse it for about 30 minutes or so and let them be around it and inhale it. And also another way you can use it is for massage infant bonding. You can take your child, mix it with some coconut oil or jojoba oil, and rub it in the palm of your hands and give your child a good leg massage and down their arms and their backs, and it will help your child relax, help you relax, and will help you you both to bond while you're in that getting ready to go into bed. And then okay, so basically lavender is just thebomb.com because you can use it for literally everything. When in doubt, use lavender. Tell your friends, oh, I don't know what oil to use. Oh, I can't think of it. Use lavender. It's my obsession. So, okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is the purification, which is this pretty one right here. Purification is a blend of 6 different oils. It has a smell of citronella. It smells just like a citronella candle that you would burn outside or something, but this is the all-natural way. You can use it as a bug repellent. You can use it for your children if they are in cloth diapers. You can take a drop or 2 and put it into your laundry, and it will not mess up the cloth diapers, and it will save you from having that wretched smell from the cloth diapers. You can diffuse it in your child's bedroom. You can use it for cough, congestion. You can take it, dilute it, and rub it in your hands and rub it on your child's chest along so for any kind of cough or congestion, which is what I did with my youngest. And then take a little drop of lemon and also put that lemon on top. And that should help with the coughing and congestion. And also for a little bit older kids, if you're starting to get acne, it's a great spot treatment for acne. And one cool thing that I did with my purification, and I swear by this stuff, I bought my son a sandbox and put it outside, and it's this big plastic sandbox, and I was like freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh, the bugs, the ants are going to get in there, and then they're going to be in the sand and everything. I'm like, what can I do? And I'm like, purification, duh. So I took the purification and I put it on a cotton ball, and I took the cotton ball and I ran it along the whole side and top of his sandbox, along the sides, and I use quite a lot of it, but, you know, that's okay. That's what it's there for. And I just like wrapped it around that sandbox and on the lid. Excuse me. And do you know, not one ant, not one bug came into his sandbox this entire past summer and fall. Unreal. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever, because I didn't have to worry about spiders and, you know, all that, all those red ants and everything, anything that could bite him. But speaking of biting, purification is also good for children if they get ant bites, bee stings, mosquito bites, anything that itches. Purification is where it's at. You put a drop of that purification neat on a bee sting immediately. Maybe layer it with a lavender. Once again, lavender for everything. Layer it with a lavender, and bam, you got an instant relief. It's just unreal how good it works for itchiness and bug bites. Okay, I'm going to try and go through these fast so I don't hold you guys too long. The Melaleuca A tea tree oil. This is for main uses for skin irritation, fungus, yeast. You can actually make a diaper rash ointment with this Melaleuca and, of course, lavender and a little bit of coconut oil, and apply it to your child's diaper area that is inflamed, and whether it be yeast or just irritation, it should clear it up, you know, pretty fast. And also, you can take this Melaleuca and apply it into your children's shampoo. And the shampoo, your child will shampoo, and it should get rid of lice and or prevent it. So it's kind of cool. Oh, 1 second. It's kind of cool that you know that you can just drop some drops of shampoo and send your child to school and be like, okay, cool, my child has really thick hair. He's not going to come home with lice, and pray about it. The older kids, for the Melaleuca A, you can also make a do-it-yourself homemade deodorant, which is kind of cool. And also, bug bites on any age of your child, whether they be toddler or a little bit older, you can apply the Melaleuca A for bug bites. Basically, it's for your skin. Skin irritation, Melaleuca A. Remember those two together. I'm sorry my voice sounds so awful. Okay, my next one is the Citrus Fresh. Now, this is in this, when you get your premium starter kit, it comes with these extra little things here. And your citrus oil is your 11th oil. That is your bonus oil right here. The citrus oil is good to be in the morning. You're trying to get your kids up and ready, and they're dragging, and you're like, come on, let's go, let's go. About 5 or 10 minutes before they wake up, grab that citrus oil and put it into your diffuser with a little bit of peppermint. And it is uplifting, it's mood enhancing, it's diffuse it while they're doing their homework and trying to be creative, or they're coloring, or they're doing some sort of art project. It will boost that creativity in your mind because it is such a mood enhancer. A lot of the citrus oils are mood enhancers. So there's not really much else I can say about the Citrus Fresh other than if you do apply it topically, because it is a citrus, and along with the other citruses, do not allow your child to be in the sun for 24 to 48 hours, depending on whether or not it was washed off or whatever. If you have taken it off or covered it up, because the sun exposure will mess with the citrus oils and can cause your child to burn. Okay, stress away. Oh, my favorite. Oh, yes. The smell of lime and coconut is the way I describe this. And vanilla. Lime, vanilla, and coconut is the better way. The best way to use the stress away, in my opinion, is you take it and you apply it on your wrist. Move your wrist around and inhale deeply. when my son and I were on our plane to Florida, the yes, favorite thing. When my son and I were on our plane to Florida, the turbulence got pretty bad, and what did I do? Pull the stress away out. I was like, put it on your wrist, baby, put it on your wrist. Smell it, smell it. And he's like smelling it, and it was just like an instant, just whew, like an instant release. The first couple days of my 2-year-old's preschool, he was stressed out, and I was probably stressed out more than he was. So I actually took it in my car. I have a big roller ball of this stress away. I took it in my car, and I lather myself with it. I wear it as my perfume. And then as on our way to daycare, I was like, baby, it's okay. Mommy loves you. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Mommy's going to be right back. Put the stress away on your wrist, baby, and smell it if you start to miss me. If you start to think of mommy and get upset, smell your wrist. Sounds crazy, but it works. I'm telling you, it works. It's insane. And so it can also be used, for a child. You can put it on a diffuser bracelet and send your child to school. If they get anxious during a test, if they get anxious, for any reason, if kids, they have a project to present that day, anything, put it on a diffuser bracelet, put it on a diffuser necklace, have your child inhale that while they're at school, and it will calm them down. The smell is just unreal. It's just my favorite. I can't explain any more about it. And yes, Gretchen, stress away saves lives. You can also diffuse it to help relaxation and help your child sleep too. Excuse me. I am so sorry. Okay, my next one is, let's see, where am I at? Why am I missing some? Oh yes, thank you. Here is a diffuser necklace from Young Living that my son uses at school. You can put anything in it, whatever he's in the mood for. You put a little tiny piece of cotton ball right into the top. He puts it on, and if he's stressed out, brings it up and just sniffs it. No, Brayden, you cannot get in. The next one we're going to talk about is the Joy. Now, the Joy it's a little florally. I would say it's the only non-gender oil. Sorry if any guys use it, but it is good for girls mostly. Girls probably above the age of 8 or so. It should help and boost their mood. You take a little drop, put it over their heart. You can have them inhale it, and it has rose oil in it, which is the highest frequency of any oil that supplies the oxygen to your cells. So it's a very, very good oil for you. I myself have not used it on my children, but if you have little girls, maybe. But I have 2 boys. So, and as Kristen Hoffman says in the chat right now, she loves it. She says it's her favorite perfume. She said that they have little pendants at Michael's Arts and Crafts. You can put some of the oil in to diffuse it and smell it and uplift your mood. And then you can also use the Joy for the grief of children. Let's say your child is experiencing a loss or some grief. Joy is supposed to help uplift and bring joy to your life. So, and now we're going to talk about Peppermint. Hey, Bray, can you go upstairs and see if I'm missing one of my papers, please?
Okay.
Thank you. I have my 10-year-old working for me right now. Peppermint. Peppermint, in my opinion, should not be used on very little children. I've had an experience where an acquaintance I know put the peppermint on their child because they heard it was to reduce fevers, which is true, but she put it on her 2.5-year-old, just a tiny bit diluted, under his armpits. for a fever, and it was a disaster. It burned him. He cried and cried and cried. So this is coming from me, my own personal research, my own personal opinion. Once again, be your own advocate of your own research, and you know what's best for your family. But I personally would not put peppermint oil on anyone under probably the age of 3 without, I'm talking like super, super, super diluted, like a tablespoon, maybe even 2 tablespoons per 1 drop. This is a very strong and potent oil. But it is good for aiding, thank you, baby. It is good for aiding in digestion. Let's say your child has a tummy ache. Take it 1 drop to about 30 drops or a teaspoon or so, once again in an older child, and rub it clockwise on their stomach. It should help them with constipation. It should help them with gas. It should help them with any type of gastro illness. If the stomach flu hits your house, take that peppermint oil and rub it on whoever is infected. Get out. Whoever is infected there. See, you're making me lose my concentration. But if you want to use it on the younger children, you can always diffuse it. Diffuse, diffuse, diffuse. Yes, because it's not topically on their skin. It will not burn them. And when I mean burn, I mean, not literally burn them, but the feeling of it burning. You can also use a little bit on the older kids for chest congestion or for headaches. Make sure, once again, it's diluted. I cannot express. Dilute, 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 and apply on their chest for cough or cold. On an older child, I'm talking 9 and above, on their temples, so they won't rub it into their eyes, down the backs of their necks. You can also diffuse it while your school-age child is doing homework. Diffuse it with a little bit of lemon, and it will help them focus, which we all need help with our children doing homework. At least we do here. Excuse me. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me with my no voice. Okay, the next oil we're going to talk about is the lemon. The lemon oil, once again, is a citrus oil. Do not use indirect sunlight on your child. It will cause them to be burnt. Please, I cannot express it. You can also use the lemon with the purification for a cough or cold on your child. And the age I'm speaking of is approximately 1 or above. I think it's a more of a gentle oil, personally, and I wouldn't mind using it on, I would say, probably a 1-year-old. Me personally, I don't like using oils on, or not, let me rephrase that, not that I don't prefer using oils on children under 1. That's just, once again, my own personal reference. It's my own personal research. It's my own thought and my own opinion. These oils are very, very strong. They're very potent, so you need to be very careful. And always keep all the oils out of the reach of children. And back on lemon. If your child has an ear infection or ear pressure, swimmer's ear, summertime, oh gosh, swimmer's ear, my son, oh my ear hurts, oh my ear hurts. Well, guess what? There's an oil for that, and guess what that oil is? Lemon. Take that lemon, put it on a cotton ball, put some of your carrier oil on that cotton ball too. Give or take, you can use a dab of purification also. I actually posted a video about this today on my Instagram and my Facebook page at OilyMum, because I had this horrific ear pressure in my left ear, and I took that cotton ball and I doused it in the carrier oil, and then I put 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of peppermint, and stuck it in my ear. Well, first I rubbed it a little bit on the outside, then I stuck it in my ear. And let me tell you that I kid you not, within 4 minutes, my ear popped. It was the most craziest, fastest thing I've ever experienced. It actually scared me how fast it worked. I was like, oh my gosh, that like really worked. I had texted my friend and I'm like, Lauren, oh my gosh, this purification, this lemon really just popped my ear. So what it does, that lemon draws that moisture out of that ear and allows the pressure to be released. So Make sure your child is old enough to not be able to pull. You don't want to stick the cotton balls in a child's ear that has ear infections and then be able to pull it out. Make sure they're old enough to understand that they do not touch the oils. They do not pull them out of their ears. And let them sit in there for, a little while and rub it along the outside of their ears too. Now we're moving to, real quick, lemon. It's a great stain, natural stain remover and sticker remover from your children's toys. Take the lemon, drop one oil on the sticker, take the sticker, leave it there for about a minute or two. That sticker, I promise you, will pull right off. Just make sure it's not on plastic toys or anything. Make sure it's glass, because the citrus oil will eat through that plastic and it will damage that plastic. I know a lot of people, Melissa is saying in the chat, puts lemon in her water. I love lemon in my water too, but once again, this is my own personal choice. I don't give lemon water to my children. It's just a little too strong for them, in my opinion. Once again, it's just, everyone knows your own family. So, but yes, if you want to, go for it. Just one drop, because it's super strong. It's super yummy. Now we're moving on to the frankincense. Frankincense, do you know that they only pull frankincense? Okay, so real quick, sometimes you see, it kind of weirds me out that sometimes you see frankincense at a local health food store and it is like $10 or $11 for a bottle. Stay clear. Seriously, stay clear, because it's not frankincense. Frankincense is a very expensive oil, but it is as good as gold, in my opinion. Even in the Bible, it was brought to Jesus. It's an overall very gentle, very healing oil. And it's gentle for children, gentle for toddlers, gentle for just pretty much everything. And did you know that the oil that Young Living, the frankincense oil that they pull, is from trees that are at least 40 years old? So you know what you're getting is legit. You can use it on your children's baptism. It's used in a lot of anointings, a lot of religious ceremonies. Excuse me. This is so embarrassing. You can use it also for a cough. Let's say you don't want to use lemon and purification for congestion. Take some frankincense, dilute it, and rub it on your child's chest. And I'm talking your 2-year-old's chest. It is gentle enough for a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, all the way up until, even I use it. I use it on my skin, on my face. But this isn't about me. It's about the children. So you can also diffuse the frankincense. Mix it with a little bit of lemon in your diffuser, and it will calm down your child's anxiety. If you're having, a party at your house and people are coming over and your child is anxious and, just overwhelmed, put that frankincense and that lemon in the diffuser, and it will help relax your children. You can also use it on their skin. If they have fallen and gotten stitches, take purification after it is healed. Apply it. Purification is known to prevent scarring. If you do not, excuse me, is known to help with scarring and prevent scarring. Okay, this one's going to be really fast because there's not much use of it for children. Panaway. Do not use this on children under the age, once again, my opinion, of about 6. It is a very strong, hot oil. I'm sorry, Jessica's saying frank or purification is for scarring. Frankincense is for scarring. I might have messed up. But yes, frankincense is for scarring, for any type of scars on your face, anywhere. You're welcome. Back to the Panaway. It's a very strong pain reliever, and I just would not use it on my children unless they are over the age of probably 6, and even then, super, super diluted. I'm talking 1 or 2 teaspoons of carrier oil with 1 drop. You can use it on older children for growing pains. My 10-year-old has growing pains in his legs. I personally use lavender. unless they get really bad. Then pan away. But once again, lavender is good for everything. So, so growing pains in older children or headaches and neck tension in older children. So that was a quick one because there's not much to it. And then we are on the last one. My favorite. I'm sure you all know. Dun, dun, dun. Thieves. The best. Sorry, I'm dramatic. I just love it. I love the smell of it. That's what's diffusing in my diffuser right now. I could just sit here and just inhale it. There have been many studies. Yes, Gretchen, give me all the Thieves. Yes. This is the one that made me a believer of these oils. There's so much I can say. First of all, let me start with never, as Jessica says in the chat room, never run out of Thieves. Please don't. You will hate it. You will be so upset when that sickness comes around and you're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea I was out. Make sure you are always stocked up on Thieves. And remember, it is a hot oil. Always, always dilute it. Always dilute it. Let me just start. Okay, so basically what it does is supports your immune system, your health system. It helps boost your immunity. There's just so many uses for it. It's just crazy. What I do at night is I take a roller ball, which I have right here, an empty roller jar. I have the little Thieves on the top, and I mix 1/4 of Thieves and then the rest carrier oil. And I have one of these by both of my son's bed on their nightstand. You take that oil every night before you bed, you roll it on your child's feet. You roll it on their spine. If the sickness is really bad, put it up and down their spine. Use it every day. You can use this every day. Sorry, one more sip. And there's been a lot of studies done about diffusing Thieves and preventing of, yes, that is a 15 milliliter roller ball. There have been many studies done and tests done about diffusing Thieves. Hospitals diffuse it in their hospitals. One of the studies shows that if you diffuse Thieves, it will kill 99% of airborne bacteria in 12 minutes. Wow, that's just awesome. So let's say one of your children gets sick. You don't want anyone else in the family to get sick. Turn that Thieves on fast and turn it on right now. Load everyone down on their feet. Load everyone down on your spine. And make sure, of course, you start small. I will mix 1 drop to about 30 drops for my 2-year-old, and a little bit less diluted for my 10-year-old. For the diffuser, I recommend on every individual bottle tells directions on how many drops you should use in the diffuser. I take that back. It tells the different the different ways you can use. You can use the oil. This direction says here, diffuse up to 10 minutes, 3 times a day. If you are new at this oil game, you put that Thieves in the diffuser and you only add 2 or 3 drops to start with. But I myself have been using it for over a year, and I know that I have no reaction to it. I know that no one in my family has a reaction to it, and I put 8 drops in my diffuser every time I diffuse it. So once again, to each their own, and if you're starting off, start very, very small. And that's with any oil. Please start very small, especially with your children. And also with the Thieves, there are so many do-it-yourselfs that you can do with your children. The Thieves hand soap, which I have the recipe up, I posted on my blog at www.oilymum.me. You can make your own Thieves hand sanitizer. Your child can carry this to school with them. There's no alcohol in it. It's not going to dry your hands out. It's not going to, sorry, my 10-year-old. He should be in bed, but he's excited for me. They also make a mouthwash that your older child, once they know how to spit, can use. And also toothpaste. Now, me personally, I do let my 2-year-old use this Thieves toothpaste. I'm talking a minuscule size, the size of a piece of rice on this on his toothbrush, and he does use this Thieves toothpaste. So that is pretty much it for the everyday oil collections. I mean, once again, there's just so many uses for so many different oils. I'm sure I missed like so many different, ailments and problems that our children face daily, but this is just kind of a starter to get you started and show you the most, ways that we personally, as my family, use these oils. I'm going to go real quick over the Kids Scent collection, which is new to Young Living. This is actually my second kit. So these are all self-explanatory. Genius. This helps your child focus. You can put it in the diffuser. My son will put it in the little diffuser and wear it to school. The Sleepy Eyes. This one is already pre-diluted and ready for your child to help sleep. And it smells really good too. It's like a soft lavender. It's already all of these kids scent collections are already, some of them are pre-diluted, but the other ones that are not are soft enough, are gentle enough to not have to be diluted. So these are wham bam, ready to roll. The Bite Buster can be used for bug bites. Yes, this is awesome to keep in your baseball bag for your children's baseball games or, anything like that. Then they have the Owie. Like, this collection is so cool. You can put this on cuts, scrapes, bug bites, bee stings, anything that hurts and your child says Owie, they will be asking for Owie. It helps. And then there is the Tummy Dries. Now, the Tummy Dries is used for tummy aches. All the kids' oils are very, very self-explanatory. Then there's also the one that is the best, that is as good as gold, and it is called Sniffle Ease. The Sniffle Ease is up in my son's room, and he's asleep right now, and I forgot to grab it. But I have the roller ball on top of the Sniffle Ease, and the roller ball came with it. You take that roller ball, and you roll it on their neck, or you roll it down the bridge of their nose, and oh my gosh, that is the best oil. I'm telling you, his nose will be pouring. I put that Sniffle Ease on, and it's like instant. Stops pouring out of his nose. And I've been using it for myself, too, for this cold. And now my sinuses are pretty clear. It's just my voice. So those are the everyday oil collections. Those are the kids' scent collections. Once you purchase your oh, my son just brought me my old empty bottle of Sniffle Ease. Yes, I saved the bottles. You know why? Because you can put this bottle into a bag of Epsom salt. And it will take the excess out of this bottle, and you throw that Epsom salt into your child's bath. And let me tell you, it is like a detox bath like no other. So you're not wasting any of your oils. And you can do that with any oil, with the lavenders, the peppermint, anything. So that was the everyday oils collection. That was and here's the Vita footprint chart for the babies and toddlers. Once again, you can look it up online. You can Google it. See, yay. It's a little bit different than ours. My son just found that paper for me. Okay, so that's going over everything. I just wanted to show you this little glass dropper is a necessity, must have. When you purchase your kit from me, I do send you one of these glass droppers because it is the best thing to help you measure your carrier oil. You put your carrier oil in it, take it out, put 5 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 1 drop of lavender, take it in there, smear it in your hand, and apply it, wherever, with whatever oil. But this little dropper is like a must-have. It helps you accurately measure your carrier oils. I wanted to go over real quick for the children. Also, the Ninja bread. It's not, once again, recommended. Young Living does not recommend any children ingesting oils under the age of 9. And this is made of 100% pure oil. So I do, once again, this is my family. I do give my 2-year-old about a tablespoon when he's under the weather. No more than that. And then I drink the rest because they are the best. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So that's the Everyday Oils collection. That is the Kids Scent collection. When you purchase your premium starter kit and you become that Young Living member, you get a 24% discount on your child's kit and your collection. And these are supposedly going to become available as sold separately very, very soon, from what a little bird tells me. I just wanted to say one more thing. If your child does get a hold of your oil or any of the oils and ingest the oils, immediately give him or her milk or heavy cream. Do not give your child water. Water and oil do not mix. It's scientific reason. They just do not mix. And if your child puts oil on their skin, you see them having a reaction. Do not use water. Use a carrier oil. Take that carrier oil, rub it on there, and then take a cloth and with that carrier oil on and rub it off. Do not use water. Once again, please do not use water. That incident I was telling you about earlier with the baby and the peppermint for the fever, they didn't know what to do, and she used water to try and get it off, and it only drove the oil deeper into that child. So it was causing more of a burning sensation. She did not know to use a carrier oil. So I was really upset that her child had to go through that. So please, please, please express to your friends and your family, anyone using these oils on children, if it does bother them, use a carrier oil or drink milk or a heavy cream, anything heavy in a cream base. And also, these essential oils should not replace modern medicine. If your doctor gives you medicine, your child or your toddler medicine, please do not go against doctor's orders and think that, well, I got this under control, I'll use oil. No, these oils go hand in hand with medication, and if your doctor says that your child needs a medication, please follow your doctor's advice and let them know that you are using essential oils. Our pediatrician know on both my children that I do use them. He is well aware, and I encourage you to also tell your pediatrician and make sure that they are well aware that you do use essential oils. But once again, do not replace them. Do not use them as a replacement for medically necessary modern medicine. And I think that is about it. And I'm so glad that you 10 people were able to join me. And I'm so sorry for the people that weren't able to join me. Did you guys have any questions or anything? It just popped in my head about the peppermint oil and the fever. I keep mentioning that. If you want to use peppermint or lemon on your children to decrease their fever, dilute, of course, and use it along their spine or under their armpits. Just once again, as you saw me say, please just be careful with the babies. Makes me so nervous. And yeah, so I think that's about it. And I'm excited that you guys were here. And thank you for joining me. And thank you for dealing with my raspy voice. Of course, the one time I'm sick this entire year is the one time I'm hosting an oil live chat. What are the chances? Does anyone have any questions on the chat box about any ailments for their children? Is your children experiencing anything I can help you with? If so, just write it in the chat box, any questions, and I'll do my best to answer you. And if not, thank you for joining me, and I will be hosting a couple more of these. And I will also follow me on Instagram because I post a lot of, yes, Erin Wright, sidetracked. Follow me on Instagram at Instagram/OilyMum. It's not mom, M-O-M, it's mum, M-U-M, like the British. Even though I'm not British, it just sounds cool. So follow me at OilyMum on Instagram. My blog is OilyMum.me, OilyMum.me is my blog. And then my personal website, which links you to my Facebook page, links you to my Instagram, and links you to my blog, is Facebook/OilyMum, M-U-M. Follow me on all those. I am constantly putting do-it-yourself recipes, different ways to help your children and your family in wellness. And let's see, Aaron Wright says teething. My 18-month-old is having a hard time. Lavender. Okay, that's a good point. I forgot about teething. That's a big one. 18 months old. Yes. Okay. Use Thieves. Thieves has clove oil in it, and that clove is like a numbing agent. Now, please, Aaron, before you put in your child's mouth, of course, don't use jojoba oil or, use a carrier oil that is edible. Extra virgin olive oil, let's say. Dilute it probably 30-1. And make sure you try it on yourself. And this is for any oil. Try it on yourself before your child, any hot oil. So yeah, Aaron, dilute it in the palm of your hand, take your finger, try it on your gums, try it in your mouth, make sure it's not too potent. And if not, if it's just the right mix, you can go right ahead and put that Thieves on your baby's gums. And it should help with the thieving. That's a good word, thieving. And the lavender too. I've heard lavender. I've never used lavender for teething. I've only used the Thieves. And Thieves also for if your 12-year-old is getting their 12-year-old molars and there's like the little skin over it and it's bothering them. Diluted Thieves once again. Thieves. Yes. Any other questions? As my voice dies out now. If you don't have any questions, can you just type me no so I know? I want to make sure I covered everything. This is so cool. Okay, yay. Good. Yay, okay, good, yeah. Make sure you follow me on the Facebook page where I post lots and lots of fun goodies and videos. And Melissa says she just found me on Instagram. So, yeah, please, anytime, you guys, I am an open book. I am willing and ready to help you and help your friends and help your family find wellness and help use these oils and use these oils correctly. I am a huge advocate for safety of these oils because I know how strong and how potent they are. So, I think that's it. I hope you guys like my shirt. Do you like my shirt? Thieves, lavender, Valor, and lemon. Woohoo! That's like the top oils. So awesome. You can get that at the Lemon Dropper Swag Shop. I am a lemon dropper. If you purchase under me or any of my teammates, you also will become a lemon dropper, which is like the coolest team ever. So, well, thanks for joining me, guys. You'll have a great night, and feel free to share this video. I will be posting it on my personal website page, www.oilymum.com. I will be posting it, and y'all have a good night. Feel free to share it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. Now I'm going to go drink some Thieves tea and help my throat.